Hey, good morning, CSL Seattle. My name's Jake, that's James, that's Joe, and we're the band today, and we're really excited going to bring you a wonderful Sunday of music, courtesy of the one, the only, the amazing, the talented, Stephanie Ann Johnson.
Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me.
Om, the sound of the universe, the sound of the interconnectedness that is the truth of all of life. The one mind, the one life, that one presence that is the creator and source of all that is, comes in that sound of Om. To know its creation, to know its interconnectedness. And we have Shanti, the peace and tranquility of that one mind, that oneness that knows all is well, and allows us to have our experience of this creation, of this created universe, that each of us is a unique spark of the divine, showing up today in this room, in this community, and online for the truth to be revealed and to know ourselves in deeper and more powerful ways. I know this time is blessed, for we have claimed it, and the divine moves now to support each of us in this journey and our journey this morning. And so it is.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Peace inside the earth, God, and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God, and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God, and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God, and only God is moving me. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti,
That's beautiful. Thank you. That's how I love to start. Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CSL Seattle. I am Karen Cleveland. I'm a minister here with Center for Spiritual Living. And it is wonderful to see everyone. So at Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, we are an organization that has little or no dogma. We simply teach age-old wisdom that encourages other people to connect with something higher than yourselves and let you see how the wisdom of the ages resonates with you. If you are in-house today, because we know that a lot of the people that are attending or watching us are actually online right now. About 2/3 of our community is online. So those of you in-house, I encourage you, especially if you're new, to look in the seat backs in front of you. And there are these cards, connection cards. You can take them with you. You can read all about us. You can fill them out so you can receive information from us. You can make a prayer request, drop it in our offering basket or in the prayer box in the back. You can take notes. So be sure to stay connected with us. If you're online, you can go to spiritualliving.org and fill out information there, or there will be a link in the chat that you can follow. We are online, so all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you can find Center for Spiritual Living Seattle. So please look for us, like us, follow us, and get inspiration all week long that you need. And I would like to say I am doing a pet blessing at the end of September. If you would like your pet in the slideshow to be blessed, please send it to me in the next 2 weeks, revkarencleveland@gmail.com. And welcome again, everyone. And Stephanie Ann, please come on back to the stage. Thank you.
The Spirit of God is. The Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, you can sing. The Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Somebody make Jake feel good. That was a wonderful solo, yes. And we're grateful for the whole band this morning. And I'm grateful for you singing as you're able. Because I know you know this tune. I thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed loving God would be hard. Loving God is wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. I'm blinded by the Spirit. Oh Lord, yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Well, good morning. I'm Reverend Don. My pronouns are he and him. I'm one of our staff ministers here. And do you guys have any idea what you signed up for this morning by showing up here or online? All righty, that's what I wanted to hear. So I have a plan. I've been working on it. The Divine has a plan. We'll see, we know whose plan will eventually work. But, so we got some things to do this morning. And we're going to be talking about this month, and at CBEC, we're talking about learning to trust ourselves. The book of the month is this little gem. We have some downstairs if you're interested. From Tammy Keeves, Learning to Trust Yourself, Breaking Through the Blocks That Hold You Back. Good book. Got some good stuff. And today, my intention for today is to bring together some ideas around trusting ourselves and ways we can get there and our understanding of trust. And so I'm going to start off, I want to read a quote, read something that I think is very applicable to today. Trust, a journey of discovery. Oh, we trust ourselves all right. We trust ourselves to make a mistake, to miss the mark, to embarrass ourselves or others. Sometimes I trust myself so much that I have had a completely bad day and I've never gotten out of bed. Or before I got out of bed, actually. Today, we're going to, like I said, we're going to explore trust and some ideas around trust that will hopefully support us in that journey, especially for you CBECers who are going to be immersed in self-trust for a whole week. Lucky you. But more about CBEC later. Okay. So trust, it's one of those things that It's a word that we use a lot, but I'm not sure we ever really get to understand. I know I wasn't trained in it, but I do know about it. And so I want to use a definition that I like for trust. And to get this from Charles Feltman, who wrote the Thin Book of Trust a long time ago, and Brene Brown used his work in creating her work. So here's what his trust definition is. Trust means a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, and or strength of someone or something. And that sounds kind of right to me, that it's trust and the firm belief about someone, something. But I want to change one of the words for today. Trust means a firm belief in my reliability, my truth, my ability, my strength. Period. A little different, isn't it? We're shifting from what we've often talked about as trust outside of ourselves. Today we're shifting to the trust within ourselves. So I'm glad you're still here. And this is not easy. I've been working with this since I found out I was speaking today in various forms. And it's really been a journey. But let's go a little more into trust. Because here's what I believe about trust. I believe that we are wired through millenniums of humanness experiences. We are wired for trust. That there were benefits to trust in our ancient history. Things like inside the tribe, trust meant survival. When we grew tribal culture, trust of the tribe and the members in the tribe equals, survival. It also meant safety, that you might live long enough to experience. So trust has this underlying history or belief system that's hardwired into us that supports us in trust. I believe it pulls us into trust. The challenge I have in that I had some pretty good training along the way, and trust was never like today's topic. Trust was a trial and error kind of thing. And so what we're doing today is I want to bring that around a little bit and get some clarity there and set us up to support ourselves for trust. Because with trust, there's some questions that have to be asked if you want to be able to trust. They're important questions. They're questions like who? They're questions like where? Where can I trust? Who can I trust? How can I trust? They're questions of when can I trust? All of these simple questions are important in the experience and exploration and building our own sense of trust. Because all those questions are also, normally we ask them about outward. Well, today we're asking those questions inward. When can I trust myself? The who is pretty straightforward. Can I trust myself? Where can I trust myself? When can I trust myself? All of that we'll talk about, and I promise we'll still get out on time. So, I was told as a minister, you never keep people from the coffee and the cookies. And especially on first service, the potluck. So, we're still there. I honor that. But, so I believe, and if you believe that idea that trust is something that we're wired for, and there are questions that work with trust to help us, we're in the right place together. And so let's go on this journey a bit, because when I shared that, what I wrote, that I've had days where I've had a really bad day and I still haven't gotten up yet, and it's still early. That's me kind of trusting myself for all the things I said in that I'm just going to mess it up today. And yet, I still got up. For the last, 5 weeks, I was having one of those days. Literally, I was getting up, I was chopping water and carrying wood all day long. A few of you, you were paying attention. And just feeling like I wasn't going nowhere. It was just a malaise, I would call it now. I had this period of time where I was just kind of starting to go inside and say, okay, what the heck is wrong? Is it this medication I have to take? Did I eat something that's messing with me? Did I not sleep well? I'm just running all the causes that are external to myself, pretty much, as to why I'm in this condition, why I'm having this experience. Because it's not my normal way of being. And trust, it's questioning my trust in myself. Now, last week, Iman Jamal shared about how we build our relationship with the divine in ourselves, between the divine and ourselves. And in that, he had some really, you got to listen to him because he makes you laugh, and then he sneaks something in while you're laughing, which is exactly what I do, okay? So we're brothers in spirit there. And he came to the point toward the end that he started talking about our own work and the need for compassionate self-awareness. And I was sitting back there in the back where Richie and Andy are sitting, and I'm listening in here, and they said that, and I kind of go, I think that's pretty profound. And then last Sunday was men's group Sunday, and we were doing self-trust in the men's group right across the street, first Sunday of the month. And that was our topic. And I brought in, and everyone joined in the idea of that compassionate self-awareness and applying it to working with trusting ourselves. It shifted the whole conversation. It was a gift from Brother Jamal to me and to the men's group and to all of us. A few days later, I noticed that I liked it so much I was actually practicing compassionate self-awareness. I really highly recommend it. And I began to realize that what I was doing, I was looking for causes for what was going on in my life. And then I realized with this compassionate self-awareness, I can take a stand right here, right now, and instead of looking outward, I can say, what is it that I want right now? What do I want to experience? How do I want my life? What do I want to be back to? I remember. And with that compassionate self-awareness, I didn't have to go fix anything. I could look and do a query and say, what's missing today? One of my values, and it's really important to me, particularly business and life and ministry, is engagement. And I recognize that I had lost my engagement with my work. And without engagement, I was kind of chopping water and carrying wood. And it's like, okay, I can use this new information and look, how can I reactivate my engagement? One of the things I like about Tama's book, the Learning to Trust Yourself, is she points out repeatedly that and gave us permission to choose again. We are not limited to one choice, make it or break it. She talks about how we can choose again. So at that realization of I've lost my engagement, I chose again to get back engaged. And things began to shift. I actually got it right. I started chopping wood and carrying water, got it in the right order. I started having a different experience about my work. I regained my trust in my abilities in my work. And that's part of how I would like us to explore this today, is to keep in mind that we have the opportunity to build our own trust within us and between us. So with the idea of the compassionate self-awareness, it means what that looks like is that like with me, I came into this research, or instead of doing a research project about the history of how I got to feeling this way, I came to a place where I got to just stand in today and decide how I want it. Choose again. I could choose engagement. I could choose my focus. I could reset myself, if you will. And I did that by being curious. Because inside of this compassionate self-awareness, there's room for curiosity. Curiosity works really well in trust as well. To be curious about what the dynamic is in a trust situation is a good place to bring curiosity, and also in looking at ourselves. I was able to bring kindness to myself in this space of compassion. I could be more who I was, and I could then ask for support, which is very important in our journeys as humans. And all of this talk about this with trust is, oftentimes I don't think people share enough of that we are, here's what we talk about. We are human beings having a spiritual experience, or we're spiritual beings having a human experience. You notice there's humans on both sides. We are having human experiences. And we ought to honor those experiences and be our humanness. So that means I'm going to have bad days. That means I'm going to have some challenges. There's going to be places I might not want to do, but I can use my spiritual practice. I can use these ideas to make the best of my human experiences. With that, I can build a foundation of trust. The foundation of trust is something we build by asking the questions of who we trust, how we trust, where we trust, when. Each time we trust ourselves or someone else, and it works out, we go yay, and we lay another piece of the foundation. When it doesn't work out, we go yay, and we weigh and lay another piece of the foundation. Trust is a journey, it's a dynamic, it's something that we're building each and every day between ourselves and between others, but especially within ourselves. So each time we recognize that we have trusted ourselves or chosen not to, then we are building that foundation. I know that, well, here's another example. You ever surprised yourself about pulling something off? That might not have been the right word. Have you ever been surprised yourself about your success? How about that? Isn't that a block for your foundation of trust? You trusted yourself. You took it on, and you did it. And that becomes part of your trust foundation. I can stand on my learning in trust, even and also from the ones where it didn't work out. Matter of fact, what does they say? You don't learn from your successes, you learn from your failures. Yeah, been there, done that, that's true. And that doesn't and I don't think you have to go look for failures, okay? But if you're gonna have one, learn from it. So it's that creating a space, a foundation, so that we can begin to really explore what self-trust means to us. Now, as a human, we have a tendency towards wanting to trust all the time, because we were programmed for that. Trust equals good. Well, there are some really good reasons to not trust. And anybody, well, just whisper to your neighbor a good reason to not trust. Here's some. During my 5-week malaise, I was tired. I look back, I didn't have the energy that I wanted, probably because I wasn't engaged, but anyway, I was tired. If you're tired, your tanks are low, your energy level's low. That's a time for me, that's one of those good times not to make the choice about trust. That's a risk time Wait for when you have all your resources, when you feel resource, to make your decision to trust or not. That's one of the times when it's a good time to wait, to not choose. If you're feeling pressured, that's one of the times I've learned from experience, this is not the time to make that choice. And wait for the time when you have the space, the space, to be able to make that evaluation about trust with a little more clarity, a little more openness to your own, what's inside of you. I've also noticed that sometimes there's not enough data and then there's way too much data. Data is just data. It's information. It's something to use as a tool. But we take that data in and we look at it and say, okay, if I'm not tired, and if I'm not pressured, and I have this information, then I can ask some more questions. Is this when I should trust? Is this where? How? And if I am going to trust, how am I going to trust? And what for am I going to trust them? These are questions that are part of this equation that's usually in the fine print. We don't put them up front where they belong. And encourage you to take the time to ask those questions to make sure you are in your best shape to be able to make that choice of trust. And that's whether you're trusting yourself or whether you're trusting outside yourself. And I think it's really important for trusting ourselves. Because I know somebody actually after first service came back and said, there's another time you might want to hesitate on making a trust or making that decision. It's when you're on an emotional edge. A whole lot of, really happy or really not happy. And think about it. When you're really happy, it's rose-colored glasses and the world looks fun and you just say yes without regard to what's going to happen next. Anybody besides me done that? Okay. And if you're down, the world kind of looks like, I can't trust the world. I'm going to trust me, and I'm sure ain't trusting you. So it's just that self-awareness, not that we're bad, broken, wrong. It's just we're aware of where we are today and what we are trustworthy for. If I'm tired and pressured, I'm not trustworthy to make my own decision. And I hope I remember that. And I use a spiritual practice to build that awareness so that I can make those choices from a better place and choose the choice being, do I trust or not trust? Those are the choices I'm talking about. And then, let's say we really are interested in trusting. What are the good reasons to want to trust? What's the part? How do you work that into yourself? How do you use your resources? One, if you think trusting's worth it, look at a question about support. What kind of support do I need to be able to take this trust journey? Now, this support can come from a prayer partner. It can come from just doing prayer, asking for prayer support from our practitioners. It can come from a good friend. It can come from doing your own research. But the idea, if we want to choose to trust, do it with full consciousness and ask the questions and see what support you need to make this trust journey up front. And also with ourselves. You're going to want to trust yourself into some new endeavor. Get support. I'm going to take an aside here about prayer. I always talk about our prayer requests. We have multiple ways. You can click and submit a prayer request. You can call and submit a prayer request. You can submit one in the box in the back, a prayer request. One of these cards, the cards are in the back of the seat. You can get prayer support in a prayer circle. You can get prayer one-on-one with practitioners and ministers. There's all kinds of ways to get prayer support. But I realized this morning, I was thinking about it, has anybody ever told you how to write a prayer request? Some of us have. But I remember a blank page being really scary. So a prayer request for trust. Here's a suggestion. I welcome all that I need for my self-trust. I welcome all that I need for my self-trust. I welcome all that I need for my self-trust. You write that as a prayer request and give it to our practitioners who have spent years in learning how to pray, how to understand the prayer requests. And they will take that and run with that thing in many, many ways to support you in receiving what you need from the divine to be able to find that self-trust you're looking for. Prayers, some prayers are flowery, a lot of words. That's like, 7, 8? Straight and to the point. You want to write a prayer request? It will gladly help you write that prayer request, but short and simple are really, really good. The other is effectively, or what you're effectively doing when you do a prayer request, is you're recognizing that I need a little more support. My tank's a little low, or my trust tank is a little low. I need some support. So I'm going to do a prayer request, which is effectively borrowing from someone, a practitioner who's got full tanks of the divine, to support you in your building your trust. You're going to borrow some of their trust in the divine to work with your trust in yourself. It sounds crazy, but it works. You can borrow trust. We can support each other. If I've got plenty, I'll share. Between my wife and I, if I'm having a day, I can ask and borrow her trust to get through to what's next. So it's a journey. It's a community. It's a way we can do this together that brings more into our resources and allows us to be able to do more and to find that place. So to wrap this together, again, what I believe is what I wrote, that we have the ability to trust. That's not something we have to learn. It's within us. What I invite us to do is to begin to explore how we can do that in ways that serve us and support us, to find a deeper self-trust, to be able to understand trust relationships in the world. And we do that by being aware, by practicing that compassionate awareness for ourselves, as part of a process of becoming then more able to trust ourselves, which will allow us to move around the circle and trust the divine. And as we build that sense of trust and lay our foundation of ourself and the divine, then we have more clarity about how we can choose who, where, when, how, why in the world. This is a process, it's dynamic. And whatever, at this moment, everybody might be nodding their head and saying, yeah, I got it. Guess what? Tomorrow, sun's going to come up and something new is going to pop up and we're going to get a chance to do this whole thing all over again, except not here amongst our friends, but just one-on-one with life. Building the foundation, doing the spiritual practice. And remember, whatever practice, spiritual practice is whatever practice you will do. Use it to support yourself in building that inner trust, building your trust in the divine, and seeing how that works in your world. Let's pray. Om, that word, the interconnectedness of all of life. Shakti, the peace, the tranquility. That place is available to us. That place we can call on to step into when we have decisions to make, challenges to face, questions, or just want to be at peace. But in that knowingness that we can call on the divine, that we can speak our word, to make a request, to ask for prayer support, to become compassionate, self-aware, that we can begin a journey that will allow us to deepen our sense of self-trust, our understanding of our innate value, and the gift that we bring into this world. we're creating a world that works for all. We need people that can trust themselves, can trust God, and make good choices about trusting the world. I know that we can do that. And if you agree with me and want to affirm this prayer, say it with me, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Have you ever watched our band and musicians just to watch them? I hope, as old as I get, that I can enjoy what I do the way I see you guys enjoy. Your hearts, you could be playing chopsticks, and your hearts would lift us. I'm just so grateful. So again, thank you. Alrighty. Okay, so in a few minutes, we're going to have an opportunity to do a little secret agent work and do what we call our procession for giving. And what that involves is we're going to have a basket up front, and we're going to have an opportunity for each of us to, if you're donating today, to bring your gift and put it into the basket. But it's meant for everyone. I invite you, your presence here is a gift to this community. Come down, bless the basket, which is part of this community, and be blessed by our practitioner that will be down here as well. This is not just for the money. This is for being recognized, and you're recognized for your gift of time, energy, talent, and treasure. And so I invite you, however you give, however you serve, and if you're just here, your presence matters. Take the walk. It's fun. Try it. And be blessed and bless this basket, which is blessing this community and what we are trying to create in this world, a world that works for all. So that's coming. All the ways you can give are up on the board behind me. I can see it back there. We have a cheater for the speaker. And so just, again, keep that in mind. And let me do some announcements while you think about it. CBEC, New Thought Camp. Camp is not the right word. I went to CBEC when it was a camp. 1990s. It was a camp. It was not the resort spa that exists today. I mean, you stayed in a big house that was where all the lumbermen lived when they were lumbering, and shared a bathroom with like 20 people, and it was just interesting, but it was a lot of fun. Now you've got private rooms and baths and all kinds of cool stuff, and it's still a lot of fun. You also can do partial weeks. You can work it out to get the experience. So I encourage you, and again, who's all been to CBEC in here today? Quite a bunch. If you have a question, ask somebody who's been there. We don't bite, and we'll tell you what it's like, because you truly can choose your experience. We have a group, Jack's part of it, sitting there, Grandpa Jack, every morning about 6 for you, 6:30 for some of us. We are on the front porch of the lodge, rocking, drinking coffee, and solving the problems of the world. It's a come as you are kind of thing. That's part of the beauty, and then some of us go do the morning meditation. That's just an example of ways you can find your tribe in the big tribe at CBEC. Whatever, and look at the picture. Now that first body of water is a lake that's right there by CBEC that you can swim in. There are little things you can paddle around. We have kayaks usually show up. There are things that you can do right there in that little bitty pond. And right over the ridge there, that is the Hood Canal. You can do water things there, which are a lot of fun. The water's different from in the little pond. And you can't see it, but there's a coffee shop over there that opens up in the mornings. It's got really good coffee. They know how to make it. So you can get up in the morning, go get your coffee, get what you need, and to have coffee at the lodge. But you know what the coffee at a coffee shop's like. And there's also a really good pizza place. If the menu at the lodge at the cafeteria doesn't really hit your trigger, you can go get pizza. So we got everything at CBEC. All we need is you. So if you've ever thought about it, come out for a few days. If you really want to think about it and you can't do it this year, book it for next year. Because it's not a camp. It's a community journey of fun, laughter, connection, and spiritual exploration. I invite you to consider it. I've already talked about the book. I'll just say, I get to talk about it again. Tamara writes a good book. I love her because she gives us permission to choose again. That's one of my mottos in life. We choose, we take a step, we choose again. She's practical in her approach. It's a good read if you're really wanting to delve into your own journey with self-trust. It's also the book for CBEC, so all you CBECers, well, God bless. Anyway, you might want to read it too. And Science of Mind, what we teach here, was created by Ernest Holmes. He was a scholar, an orator, which is a fancy way of, he traveled as a speaker, made his living as a speaker back in the good old, in the 20s and whenever. He was, what else did he do? He was a mystic, a scholar, and the founder of Science of Mind. And we have a class coming up called, where did it go? Here it is, Unlocking Your Mind, the Essential Ernest Holmes. Jerry Hudson is teaching that class. She's the one who leads the Anchored in Prayer. She knows that Science of Mind textbook like forward and backwards. She is teaching this class to give us an insight into the meanings and the deeper understandings available through the teachings of Science of Mind. So if you want to go deeper than what you hear on Sundays, this is a great class to be able to work with Jerry, who is really on fire for the Science of Mind teachings, and brings them into everyday life, which is what I love about Science of Mind. They work every day. The principles we teach work every day. The more I work with them, the more fun I have with them. All right. Now, if I can get my usher to bring the basket up forward. I have a practitioner over here to bless. And this is the time when we do the dance. We have the time to come and share, to bless and be blessed, and participate in the circulation of community, of giving and receiving and giving. So whatever your blessing is, whatever your gift, it's all welcome. So let's just take a moment in prayer. Community, an expression of the divine. Community supports, it grows, it moves, it has its own energy. And community is made up of each and every individual that is part of it, and even some that aren't part of it. But it comes around and comes together in a way of supporting and recognizing that the individual and the whole are in a relationship of support, of trust, of circulation, generosity, and well-being. And I know that each of us plays a part in that. I welcome the resources to the Center for Spiritual Living in Seattle that come through your generous giving, that come through your presence, being here, comes when you volunteer or you simply help out. All of that sharing of our time, our talent, our treasure is what makes this community work, allows it to work, and allows us to be open to and receptive to the divine inspirations that guide us into things like CBEC, classes, and just being together and sharing this spiritual journey. So with a great sense of gratitude and a heart open and filled with love by being in this community, I ask us to affirm this time by saying, and so it is. Maestro?
What a joy-filled service. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. And I'm so glad to see you back. So glad. And where is Dawn? Dawn, I am very thankful to your message. I felt empowered because you brought the compassion and self-awareness and self-trust to us, to me. I have always been a person who wanted always to be brutally honest. It did not get me far. Especially, there was a Buddhist statement that I write every time I start a new journal. And it says, in the end, you will only be satisfied if you have done your best. I could never really look at that and really decide, did I do my best or not? I could not handle at night to have another beating of myself. So I avoided it. Now, with the idea of self-compassion and self-awareness with compassion, I'm inspired, and thank you. You're going to see a new Ev in about a month. And as I look out and see all these beautiful people, these beautiful souls, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, because without you, we would not have had this message. And I know that God is right here, right now. God is within each one of you. And I know self-compassion and love is your divine right by just being here. Not in this church, but in the world and on the planet. So, let us close our eyes and know that compassion comes easily to us, to each one of us. And I praise you and raise you in the name of the compassionate love that is within you. And so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. Please rise as you're able. Please get up on stage and dance as you're able. And as always, please sing along whether you're able to or not. Joe, fire it up for me back there. And 1, 2, 3, go! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go,